for over $400,000 in prize money each year.
It hasn't taken the Legends of Golf tournament very long to live up to its name. Almost from the start, this event has produced some spectacular golf and close finishes. Let's look back at the past 5 tournaments. In 1978, the inaugural event was captured by a couple of PGA veterans who are no strangers to the winner's circle. Sam Snead and partner Gardner Dickinson swept to a come-from-behind one-shot win over Australians Kel Nagle and Peter Thompson. Snead birdied the last 3 holes to lead his team to a 17-under par total for the 3-day event. That was good enough for the $100,000 first prize. Roberto DiVincenzo and his partner Julius Boros fashioned the best single round, a 9-under par 61. But they had to settle for a third-place tie with Bob Rosberg and Kerry Middlecoff. But the 78 event turned out to merely be a preview of coming attractions, for it was at the 1979 Legends that America discovered the senior golfers. It started out innocently enough with Tommy Bolt and his partner Art Wall apparently ready to breeze to an easy win. But Roberto DiVincenzo and his partner Julius Boros had other ideas. Down 2 shots with 2 holes to play, DiVincenzo birdied 17 and then Boros birdied 18 to force a playoff. At the final regulation hole, Tommy Bolt had waggled a mockingly menacing finger at DiVincenzo for forcing the extra holes. That gesture was to become a comic trademark. The sudden death playoff turned out to be anything but sudden. Both teams went back to 15 to start the televised playoff, and both parred the hole. Then DiVincenzo birdied 16, but so did Art Wall. DiVincenzo birdied 17, but so did Tommy Bolt. Roberto birdied 18, and so did Bolt with a 10-foot putt. So it was back to 15, and yet another DiVincenzo birdie, and another Bolt birdie to keep the playoff alive. Now it was on to 16. Bolt tried for his 4th birdie in a row, and it just missed. But Roberto DiVincenzo canned his short birdie putt, and he and Boros were winners. Roberto DiVincenzo had birdied 5 holes in a row. It was perhaps the most astounding playoff in TV history, and it earned for the seniors the respect of millions of Americans across the country who had seen these older athletes compete with the same excellence and enthusiasm seen in players many years younger. From that point on, the Legends had a legendary history. Art Wall and Tommy Bolt bounced right back to capture the 1980 Legends of Golf tournament with a record-setting 23-under par total for the then 3-day event. Bolt and Wall started the final day behind Sam Snead and Don January, but they came through with a 6-under par 64 for the win and the $70,000 first prize check. The 1981 tournament saw a change in format as the event expanded to 4 days. This time, the winners were Gene Littler and Bob Rosberg, who finished the 4 rounds with a 23-under par total of 257. That was good enough for a one-shot win over the Australians, Kel Nagle and Peter Thompson. Littler sealed the win with a birdie on 17 on the final day, while Rosberg parred 18 to finish it off. Last year, Sam Snead and Don January simply blew away the rest of the field. Snead and January lapped the other golfers, winning by 12 shots with an incredible 27 under par 183 total for the rain-shortened 3-day tournament. Now, if you want to talk money, Sam Snead is your man. Snead is now 70, but in the previous 5 Legends tournaments, he has finished no lower than 4th. 2 of the 5 years, the winners have split $100,000. Snead was a winner both times. But let's put into perspective that 27 under par total. That is a birdie every other hole during the 3-day event, and that is on a truly demanding golf course. It just shows how teamwork can come into play. In the tournament, it is better ball format. In other words, the 2 players take the best score between them for their score on a particular hole. These old pros have shown they really know how to ham and egg it. Well, Sam Snead and Don January are back this year, and they face the question of how can you top last year's performance? But as any fan can tell you, that is a question that has been asked 5 years in a row, and it has been answered with some astounding golf. What will happen in 1983? Well, tune in and find out.
While the past has certainly provided some spectacular finishes, the present seems full of promise as well. Let's take a look at some of the pairings for the 1983 Legends of Golf.
As we said, Sam Snead and Don January will be back to defend their title. Snead, as we mentioned, is the leading money winner at the Legends, and his partner Don January is certainly no slouch. He is still active on the regular tour, but January is also the all-time leading money winner on the senior circuit. In fact, his earnings from both tours is over $1,100,000. For nostalgia buffs, the group of the tournament has to be the team of Gene Sarazen and Jimmy Demaret. Gene Sarazen captured the U.S. Open and PGA over 60 years ago. At the age of 82, Sarazen limits his tournament play to the Legends. But at the age of 71, he made a hole-in-one at the British Open. Of course, Demaret is the guiding light behind the Legends and still is as colorful as his slacks. This pair is still a treat to watch strike a golf ball. Also at the Legends is a team of youngsters you might want to keep an eye on. Fellows by the name of Arnold Palmer and Dal Finsterwald. Palmer, just a few weeks ago, set the Masters on its ear with a startling 4-under par 68 on the first day of play. He's won that tournament 4 times, and of course, his slashing, come-from-behind style pushed professional golf into the golden age of television. Palmer, perhaps more than anyone, is responsible for the motherlode of gold the pros now play for on the PGA Tour. His partner, Dal Finsterwald, won the 1958 PGA title and has teamed with Palmer for 2 third-place finishes at the Legends. Perhaps the most intriguing pairing this year is Roberto DiVincenzo and Bob Goalby playing together. DiVincenzo has won 220 tournaments worldwide, more than any other golfer ever. His partner, Bob Goalby, has won 11 tournaments, including the 1968 Masters. That is the tournament you might remember where DiVincenzo lost out on a chance for a playoff with Goalby because he incorrectly signed his scorecard. 2 finer gentlemen will not be found on the golf course. The team of Tommy Bolt and Art Wall have to be reckoned with at the Legends. Bolt and Wall lost that dramatic playoff to DiVincenzo and Boris in '79, but bounced back to win it all in '80. Art Wall won the 1959 Masters and has the 4th best scoring average in the Legends' history. Julius Boris has teamed up this time with Miller Barber. Boris, of course, is no stranger to the Legends, and he's the oldest man ever to win the PGA, turning the trick in 1968 at the age of 40. His partner is the leading money winner on the Seniors Tour this year and still competes on the regular PGA Tour. Overall, Barber has collected over $1,500,000 in golf. Another top-flight contending crew should be Gene Littler and Bob Rosberg. Gene the Machine and Rossi, of course, are past winners of the Legends. Littler perhaps possesses the sweetest swing on the tour and is a past winner of the U.S. Open, while Rosberg is a former PGA champ.
There are, of course, other teams that merit consideration for the top prize. Teams like Billy Casper and Gabe Brewer. And keep an eye on the team of Mike Suchak and Ken Venturi. And the Australians, Ken Nagle and Peter Thompson, are back again. But the fact remains that no matter who you follow out here at Onion Creek, among the 52 golfers, you can't go wrong. The simple fact remains that all 52 golfers reached the Legends of Golf tournament the old-fashioned way. They earned it. Mutual Legends of Golf, the sporting spectacle that it's become. There's several unique features about the Legends that sets it apart from other golf tournaments. And it starts, of course, with the accessibility of the athletes involved. Then there's the fact that the fan can not only appreciate the talent on display, but he can also assimilate what he sees. A fan may admire the way that Danny White throws a football, but can he really have the appreciation of the game that's involved? But you can be here at Onion Creek and you can walk down the fairway with Arnold Palmer and watch and learn from his game. Finally, we have the most unique quality of the Legends. Nowhere else can you blend the nostalgia of the past with appreciation of the present. And 20 years from now, you'll have to watch film or tape to see the running expertise of an Earl Campbell. But 20 years from today, you may be able to walk down the fairway with a Ben Crenshaw or a Tom Kite and watch them perform their magic with their club. And that's the magic of golf, and that's the magic of the Legends of Golf. It's an opportunity to pay homage to the greats of the past while watching them make history today. And it's an opportunity you should not miss. Thanks for watching tonight. We'll see you out here at Onion Creek.
I'm looking to a technical fight.